This family is full of weirdos. The son bullies the big-breasted ghost in the horror hospital. His parents are even more bizarre. They plant live humans in the wheat fields of the mountains. Holding a sickle, they harvest human heads. At this moment, the oblivious Lean Ma, with Black Little Fat, is ready to feast. But after seeing Black Little Fat, without any hesitation, he orders 200 skewers. Suddenly, he feels that the money he earned in the ghost realm might not be enough. Lean Ma couldn't help but wonder how he lived in the ghost realm. While Little Fat eats meat voraciously, he squeezed out a few words between his teeth. As soon as I entered, I contracted with a trash can ghost, and then I hid in the trash can and slept for a whole day. I was starving. This unconventional move astounded Lean Ma. Damn, you're really awesome. No wonder you smell so bad. Little Fat sneered. It's a pity, brother Lean Ma, that you're about to take off. Our dragon and phoenix duo might have to part ways. Don't forget your bro when you make it big. Lean Ma waved indifferently. Whether I can go or not is another story. I'm ranked last in the whole school for theoretical courses, and in Lean Ma's eyes, with his system now, it doesn't seem to matter which school he goes to. Just then, Little Fat pointed to the TV and exclaimed, "Brother Lean Ma, look, a beauty." Lean Ma looked up to see. The TV was broadcasting Gao Shishir, the daughter of the Safety Bureau director, effortlessly killing 2 high-level malevolent spirits. The girl on the screen had flowing hair with a butterfly knot, pale skin, and eyebrows curved like willow leaves. Her eyes exuded a sense of pride. Lean Ma sneered, full of jealousy. Pfft, what's so great about her? If I had a father like hers, I could do better than her. Little did he know that his father has always wanted to decapitate Gao Shishir's dad. Seeing his idol being insulted, Little Fat immediately became unhappy. You're just sour because you can't have what she has. We, the poor losers, aren't even worthy of tying her shoes. Lean Ma looked at this infatuated sycophant and couldn't contain his irritation. Just look at yourself, chasing after the girl next door, Tank, for 3 years and getting nowhere. Your sycophantic behavior left you with nothing in the end. Congratulations, host. You've gained 10 emotional collapse points. Black Little Fat's face turned dark with embarrassment from Lean Ma's tease. After all, that was indeed a humiliating part of his past. Little Fat turned his sadness into appetite, eating skewers voraciously and quickly changing the subject. With your achievements, Lean Ma, you might be able to go to Snow Phoenix Academy just like Gao Shishir. When you do, don't forget to sneakily snap some photos for me. To his close friend's request, Lean Ma waved grandly. No problem, I got you covered. As night fell, the well-fed duo prepared to head home. Lean Ma casually flagged down a taxi by the roadside, asking the driver to take him to the Bailan district. Once in the car, he busied himself with his phone. Suddenly, a violent jolt nearly sent his phone flying. Lean Ma quickly looked outside, only to be surprised to find that the surroundings were becoming more desolate. This was clearly not the way to the Bailan district. He urgently told the driver to stop, but instead of responding, the driver just gave a sinister smile. A chill ran down Lean Ma's spine. Damn it, I've gotten into a rogue taxi. The next second, after a sudden brake and a 180-degree drift, the taxi came to a halt. While Lean Ma was still dazed, the driver opened the door and yanked him out. Then, with a strong shove, he pushed Lean Ma forward, yelling to a man and a woman up ahead, "Boss, the cargo has arrived." Lean Ma followed the sound of the voice, and his eyes settled on a pair of pristine, long legs wrapped in short socks, short shorts covering a pert derriere. He couldn't help but admire inwardly. This girl has a great figure. The girl in front of him turned around the next second, her face painted with a grotesque clown makeup. Her blood-red mouth was drawn up to her ears, resembling Harley Quinn. Lean Ma couldn't help but twitch at the corner of his mouth. Damn, I was completely off guard. And you pull this twist on me? Congratulations, host. You've gained 20 emotional collapse points. The clown girl wasn't pleased with his comment. How dare you mock me? Lean Ma felt a sudden chill below his waist. Indeed, the clown girl had a fiery temperament, but her face looked familiar. Before he could ponder further, she stormed towards him, raising her white leg and delivering a fierce kick next to Lean Ma, threateningly. I know you've made a good amount of ghost beads in the ghost realm. If you're smart, hand over all your ghost beads. If I'm in a good mood, maybe I'll let you keep a kidney. Lean Ma was stunned. It seems even in this strange world, there are kidney harvesting gangs. He spread his hands, trying to placate her with a sheepish grin. Miss, just look at me, so skinny and weak. I've been frail since I was a child. My kidneys are tiny like date seeds, of no use. If you want them, just take them. Her expression changed upon hearing this. Am I talking to you about kidneys? I said ghost bead. Pretending to be clueless, Lean Ma scratched his head. What's a ghost bead? Is it tasty? The clown girl's eyes widened in anger. Are you trying to play dumb with me? Do you know who I am? I'm the leader of the Black Evil Gang. A month ago, I rampaged from East Street to West Street without even blinking an eye. The Safety Bureau couldn't catch me. Tell me, aren't you afraid? Upon hearing her, Lean Ma replied with a puzzled look. Not blinking for so long. Don't your eyes get dry? Congratulations, host. You've gained another 20 emotional collapse points. The clown girl's anger was escalating rapidly. Does it matter if they get dry or not? This has nothing to do with what I want. Lean Ma, noticing she was on the verge of exploding, hurriedly explained. I was just curious. If you don't blink for such a long time, won't your eyes get dry? Won't it cause corneal damage? By now, the clown girl was practically practically fuming. I'm so done with you. Stop going on about whether my eyes get dry or not. Hand over the ghost beads. Now, congratulations, host. You've gained 60 emotional collapse points. At that moment, one of the clown girl's henchmen couldn't take it any longer. He pulled out a knife and started walking toward Lean Ma. Boss, stop wasting time with him. Let's just rob him, and I'll cut out his kidney to vent your anger. Hearing this, Lean Ma quickly pushed past the clown girl, looking terrified, and started running. Holy crap, they're actually serious about the kidney. The three, including the clown girl, were surprised by Lean Ma's sudden sprint. They pressed a button on their arm, summoning their contracted ghosts. Come forth, hit to death ghost. Come forth, wine barrel ghost. In an instant, ghosts appeared in the air. One was the hit to death ghost, which had only half a body and half a head, and the other was a huge, one-eyed ghost named Wine Barrel Ghost, holding a wine barrel. The clown girl shouted with a dark expression, "Break all three of his legs." The next second, the wine barrel ghost leaped into the air, raising its wine barrel to smash it onto Lean Ma. The hit to death ghost also lunged forward, its sharp claws outstretched. With a loud bang, the ground was smashed into a large crater by the wine barrel. Fortunately, Lean Ma dodged in time, leaping to safety. Staring at the two ghosts that kept emitting terrifying laughter, Lean Ma's expression became serious. This was his first battle with a ghost master. There was no room for negligence. He had seen this Black Scourge gang in the news before. They were merely a group of thieves. The girls' threats were clearly just to intimidate. They shouldn't be that hard to deal with. With this thought, Lean Ma confidently smirked. Is this all you've got? Just these three pathetic people? Doesn't seem like much of a gang. The henchman was immediately furious. Who do you think you're looking down on, kid? In the next second, he flicked his fingers, commanding the wine barrel ghost to use its skill drunken haze. The wine barrel ghost began chugging from its barrel and then spewed out a large cloud of alcoholic fumes towards Lean Ma. Lean Ma quickly covered his nose in disgust. What the hell? Using biochemical weapons when you can't win in a fight. But soon he realized something was wrong. Oh no, I feel dizzy. It's a control skill. This is bad. As Lean Ma began to sway uncontrollably, the clown girl laughed gleefully. You cheeky brat, you tried to flirt with me? Let's see how you deal with our chain control. She then pressed on her arm, summoning the bandage ghost and the nightmare ghost. In an instant, a ghost wrapped in bandages, the bandage ghost, and a floating nightmare ghost were called forth. Lean Ma exclaimed in shock. Oh crap, how does she have two high-level fierce ghosts? The clown girl hissed menacingly. Let's see how I make you kneel, brat. She immediately activated her skill, bandage wrap. In the next second, the bandage ghost's hands thrust sharply into the ground. Lean Ma's face paled with shock. He immediately activated his blood pupil ability. Peering beneath the earth's surface, he could see two bandages rapidly shooting towards him from underground. I can't get controlled again. He started slapping himself on both sides, a full 360-degree, no blind spot self-smacking routine to force himself to stay alert. This bizarre tactic stunned the three opponents, leaving them thinking, this kid is really ruthless. Just as the bandages quickly reached right beneath Lean Ma's feet, the clown girl thought gleefully, I've got you now, brat. But the moment the bandages broke through the surface, Lean Ma, with the tip of his toe, darted backward, successfully evading the ensnaring bandages. The clown girl and her henchmen were taken aback. Impossible. How did he dodge that? The clown girl, with a face full of disbelief, wondered, how did he know where my bandages were? Her gaze then settled on Lean Ma's blood-red right eye. A chill ran down her spine. Oh no, he has the blood pupil, a perfect counter to the bandage ghost. She immediately ordered her driver and henchmen, everyone, attack together. The three of them, controlling four ghosts, leapt into action towards Lean Ma. At that moment, Lean Ma raised his left hand, gently tapping the M symbol on his arm. You think you can take me lightly, treating me like a sick cat, huh? The Sanskrit sound claims life. Instantly, the big-breasted ghost materialized, strumming its strings. A mysterious melody began to play, causing the opposing three humans and four ghosts to clutch their heads in pain, looking disoriented and rooted to the spot. Without wasting a moment, Lean Ma pressed the chainsaw icon. Strike while the iron is hot. With their numbers, I need to end this quickly, he thought. With a resounding shout, he commanded, come forth, chainsaw ghost. I have a feast for you today. Slay them for me. The chainsaw ghost, overwhelmed with glee, leaped out in an instant, eagerly swinging its chainsaw and lunging forward to capture the ringleaders first. I'll start with this clown girl. The rest are just minions. At that moment, the clown girl's eyes were unfocused, still reeling from the effects of the Sanskrit sound claims life. In the very next second, the chainsaw ghost made a massive leap, soaring over the four ghosts in front of it, charging directly at the clown girl. With a loud crash, the chainsaw blade embedded into the ground. Just then, a dark light emanated from the nightmare ghost. It quickly regained its mobility and rushed towards the clown girl. Just as the chainsaw was about to make contact, the nightmare ghost whisked the clown girl into the air, momentarily escaping the range of the Sanskrit sound claims life. Wiping the sweat from her brow, the clown girl looked at Lean Ma in astonishment. This kid is so powerful. He's nothing like the students we robbed before. Not only did he activate a crowd control skill, but he also used it so proficiently, far surpassing the level skull of a high school student. Lin Ma, with a grim expression, watched the escaping clown girl, realizing that the dark light from the nightmare ghost was a rare passive skill to purify and break free from control. Ghost masters aren't easy to deal with after all, he sighed. Shifting his focus to the driver and the henchman, Lin Ma thought, if I can't finish off the clown girl for now, I'll deal with these two minions first. He immediately directed the chainsaw ghost towards the henchman and the driver. Blood splattered, and in a split second, the henchman's leg was severed by the chainsaw. The clown girl's face changed drastically, screaming for them to stop, but she was helpless. If she rushed back to save them, she would fall within the range of the Sanskrit sound claim's life. And this time, there wouldn't be another passive skill to save her. However, Lin Ma looked at the chainsaw ghost, who had successfully attacked, with dissatisfaction. Grinding his teeth, he urged the chainsaw ghost to continue its onslaught. He originally instructed the chainsaw ghost to go for the head, but a level 1 ghost master controlling a malevolent spirit is too strenuous, causing the chainsaw ghost's aim to be slightly off. Just then, chainsaw ghost suddenly stopped. It stared blankly at the leg on the ground. Without paying heed to Lin Ma's commands, it directly picked up the leg and began munching on it. I forgot, this one's a complete foodie, Lin Ma sighed, wiping the sweat from his forehead. He was about to command chainsaw ghost to attack again when the music from big-breasted ghost suddenly ceased. It turned out that the duration of the Sanskrit sound claim's life had ended. The three opposing ghosts, wobbly, regained their mobility. The henchman, now free from the daze and realizing his severed leg, began to wail in pain. Yet, sitting beside him, chainsaw ghost was completely unfazed, savoring the leg it was munching on. Hearing the scream of its master, wine barrel ghost turned its head sharply. In a flash, filled with rage, it charged with its wine barrel, smashing it against chainsaw ghost. With a thunderous noise, chainsaw ghost was knocked off its feet. The barrel shattered on impact, and the leg dropped from chainsaw ghost's grasp. Give me back my meat, roared chainsaw ghost. Of all things to provoke, you chose a glutton. It swiftly grabbed wine barrel ghost's head, and with a powerful stomp, the ghost's head burst open like a smashed watermelon. This brutal display left both the driver and the henchman in shock. Defeating a fierce ghost with a single stomp, the wrath of a glutton was truly terrifying. However, having vanquished the wine barrel ghost, chainsaw ghost simply resumed munching on the leg. At this juncture, the clown girl floated over, stating, "We underestimated you this time. We never expected a high school student to have contracts with 3 ghosts. We need to prioritize saving our comrade now, but we'll settle this score later." She then instructed Bandage Ghost to tightly wrap the henchman's wound. The driver quickly assisted the henchman into the taxi. As the driver sped away with the injured henchman, the clown girl, while preparing to flee, shot Lin Ma a fierce glare. "I'll remember you, punk. This isn't over." Lin Ma looked at her mockingly. A defeated opponent still dares to talk big. "I'll be waiting for you. But next time, wear a skirt. Those pants are blocking the view." The clown girl's face turned red in anger. "You perverted rogue. Next time, I'll castrate you." Congratulations to the host for gaining 30 emotional collapse points, but that fleeting glance back at him made Lin Ma feel even more certain he had seen her somewhere before. Then it struck him, the news he saw while at the barbecue. Holy cow, I knew she looked familiar. Isn't that the idol from Black Little Fat's Circle, Gao Shishir? But this revelation only deepened his confusion. Gao Shishir is the daughter of the Safety Bureau chief. She would have as many ghost beads as she wants. Why would she bother robbing me for such trivial amounts? Lin Ma quickly checked his phone to compare the photo of Gao Shishir from the news. He then turned to his ghostly companion. "Bro Ghost, with your extensive experience in observing women, do they look identical?" Blood-pupiled Ghost squinted, appearing all-knowing. "After my professional analysis, their facial features have an 80% similarity." Lin Ma gave a thumbs up. "Well done, old lecherous Ghost. Quite professional." Blood-pupiled Ghost's answer only deepened Lin Ma's bewilderment. "It doesn't make sense. Why would the daughter of the Safety Bureau chief rob me? Plus, the news reported she was quite powerful. How come she couldn't even defeat me?" The more Lin Ma thought about it, the more his head ached. He decided to let it go. "Forget it. I'll just go home and sleep." He then recalled Chainsaw Ghost and Big-Breasted Ghost. Picking up the ghost bead left by Wine Barrel Ghost, he grinned. "Heh. Didn't expect to fleece the wool off a robber. In this world, it's indeed might that makes right." But just a moment later, Lin Ma's elation turned to despair. "Damn it, where on earth am I? Is there seriously no Uber here?" Meanwhile, inside an abandoned warehouse, the sound of wailing echoed. The clown girl had summoned a ghost doctor to treat the stout man's wound and stop the bleeding. With swift precision, she stitched up the injury. The clown girl looked at the trembling man with a mix of distress and guilt. The stout man, ever so sincere, said with remorse, "I'm sorry. It's all because I'm useless. I've let you down." Quickly comforting him, the clown girl replied, "You've always been there for me, and I'm grateful. This isn't your fault. fault. We just had bad luck running into that tricky guy. The driver spoke up bitterly. If it weren't for your damn sister stealing your fate ghost, how could you lose to that scrawny kid? With a rueful smile, the clown girl washed off her face paint, revealing her beautiful and delicate features. A look of determination and anger flashed in her eyes. Next time I encounter him, I'll take my revenge for you. Meanwhile, back in the White Orchid residential area, Lean Ma kicked open his dormitory door. Damn that unlicensed taxi, making me pedal a shared bike until my legs were about to break. Exhausted, Lean Ma didn't even bother to change, and collapsed on his bed. Yawning deeply after the night's events, he thought, finally, I can get some rest. Suddenly, a horrendous wailing sound, reminiscent of ghostly crying, came from the floor above, jolting him awake. The irritating screech made Lean Ma's eyes turn red, instantly dispelling his sleepiness. In an instant, he jumped up angrily. What the hell is happening in the middle of the night? It must be that damn landlord's son again, sleeping all day and then singing and dancing all night. After a brief contemplation, Lean Ma came up with a plan. The next second, Lean Ma tapped the M-shaped pattern on his arm, summoning the big-breasted ghost. He gestured to the ghost. First, do this and then that. Make sure you scare him so much that he wets himself tonight. Meanwhile, upstairs, the landlord's son was still belting out his tunes into a microphone with all his might. His parents sat nearby, cheering him on. Son, you're singing so well. You're definitely the best singer in school. Hearing the praise, the kid became even more excited. Wow, am I really that good? Let me sing another one for you. But just then, a cold gust of wind swept through the room, dropping the temperature significantly. The landlord's wife looked at the curtains rustling from the wind and nervously asked, why did it suddenly get so cold? There isn't a ghost, is there? The landlord patted his wife's hand to comfort her. Of course not. All the ghosts in this urban area were eliminated by the Safety Bureau a long time ago. It probably means there's a storm coming. The singing boy, noticing his parents' distraction, protested, hey, why aren't you both paying attention to my singing? Both parents quickly sat upright and resumed their applause. But as the boy was about to sing again, all the lights in the house went out. The landlord's wife was so scared that she jumped into her husband's arms. The landlord tried to reassure her, don't worry, it's just a temporary power outage. But the next moment, she noticed something terrifying. In the pitch-black room, only the TV screen was still glowing. On the screen was a woman with bloody clothes and disheveled hair, eerily playing an ancient zither and laughing ominously. Both the woman and the boy screamed in terror. Ghost woman, turn off the TV now. The landlord quickly pressed the off button on the remote, shutting the TV down. He then looked at his panting wife and son, completely puzzled. What's going on? Where is the ghost? What happened to you two? I didn't see anything on the TV screen. The next second, the landlord's wife and son looked at the landlord with terror in their eyes, their fingers trembling as they pointed behind him. There's something behind you, they whispered in horror. Startled, the landlord cast a sideways glance and saw a terrifying woman in red with messy hair, floating right behind him. In a chilling voice, she asked, who dares to sing at midnight? Meanwhile, Lean Ma was comfortably lying in his bed, hearing constant notifications from his system. Congratulations, host has gained 60 emotional collapse points. Lean Ma laughed delightedly. That's for disturbing my sleep with your ghostly wailing every night. This time I scared the living daylights out of you. With a swift gesture, he called back the big-breasted ghost. The next moment, the sounds of the landlord reprimanding his son echoed from upstairs. Lean Ma peacefully drifted off to sleep, lulled by those satisfying sounds. The next day, as Lean Ma went out to get his takeaway, he ran into the landlord and his son, both of whom had heavy dark circles under their eyes. Lean Ma chuckled, Uncle, you guys seem to have had quite the party last night. It was quite noisy. Oh, what happened to the boy? His face is all bruised. Did he get beaten? The landlord sighed, waving his hand. Don't even mention it. Our house was haunted last night. Playing along, Lean Ma teasingly responded, haunted? I didn't notice anything downstairs. Maybe it's because of your son's singing? Already frustrated, the landlord immediately gave his son a swift kick in the behind. That's for your ghostly wails every night. If you dare sing again, I'll thrash you. Then, he looked at Lean Ma with a pleading expression. Young man, it seems you know a lot about this stuff. Could you help us? Otherwise, my family won't be able to sleep peacefully. Lean Ma confidently replied, well, I did graduate from a high school specialized in handling ghosts. A small musical ghost? That's child's play for me. But about those 5 months of unpaid rent, the landlord hastily replied, forget about it. Talking about money amongst neighbors damages our relationship. With his objective achieved, Lean Ma grinned broadly. All right, since we're neighbors, I'll help out. Let's check it now. He then proceeded to the landlord's apartment, putting on a show of his expertise. First, he sprinkled salt all around the room. Then he took a bowl of water, gulping it down before spraying it everywhere in the room. Soon after, he assured the landlord that the ghost was gone, but emphasized that the young boy should refrain from singing at night. The landlord nodded in agreement, praising Lean Ma for his expertise. As Lean Ma was about to head home in high spirits, his phone rang. It was a message from Black Little Fat. Lean Ma bro, where are you? Let's game. Time to rank up. Lean Ma hurried home and logged onto the game. In his past life, he was a pro gamer at the top tier. Playing in lower-tiered matches was like taking candy from a baby. Upon starting the game and teaming up with Black Little Fat, Linma decisively chose the hero blood-pupiled ghosting to get familiar with his skills. As the game progressed, Linma noticed the middle lane corpse-eating ghost being dominated by the opposing bandage ghost. Seizing the opportunity, Linma hid in the bushes, ready to ambush. In a flash, Linma darted out, initiating his blood prison illusion skill. However, bandage ghost was quick to react, instantly using his flash skill to flee. But as he reached the safety of his tower, he turned to unleash his bandage pierce ability. Linma instantly activated the blood-pupiled ghost's retaliation skill, causing the bandage to rebound and pierce the bandage ghost instead. Meanwhile, in an abandoned warehouse on a hammock, a beautiful girl watched with rage. I must get my revenge. At that moment, Linma received a notification from his system. Congratulations, host has gained 10 emotional collapse points. This made Linma ecstatic. Did the opposing bandage ghost's morale just shatter? Heh, I think I found a new way to get rich. Emboldened, Linma began to frequent the middle lane even more. With every gank, came notifications from the emotional collapse system. Congratulations, host has gained 80 emotional collapse points. Ultimately, with a triumphant godlike announcement, the score of bandage ghost plummeted to 060. Inside the warehouse, the girl was drenched in cold sweat, her face pale. Damn it, she thought. Is this blood-pupiled ghost sick? Why is he only targeting me? Is he never going to let up? Meanwhile, Linma looked at the victorious game screen with sheer excitement. I never thought I'd earn 100 points in a single game. If anyone tells me gaming is harmful, I'll lose it on them. Just then, a friend request popped up on his game screen. Heartless Clown requests to add you as a friend. Linma smirked. Isn't this the bandage ghost from the last round? Wants to add me just to vent his anger? No chance. He promptly declined the request. A moment later, a system notification rang out. Congratulations, host has gained 10 emotional collapse points. Linma chuckled to himself. Turning off his phone, Linma began to ponder. He had realized during the game that the blood-pupiled ghost's retaliation skill was crucial. It could not only negate control effects, but also reflect them back. This would be a vital asset in real combat. He decided to feed all his ghost beads to blood-pupiled ghost to level it up. Soon after, several ghost beads transformed into a stream of black smoke and were absorbed into the blood pupil of his right eye. Sequentially, the system alerts blared. Blood-pupiled ghost's loyalty increases by 5%, remaining at 20%. The blood-pupiled ghost has been upgraded to a beginner-level malevolent spirit. Linma grinned, a double level up. He continued to redeem blood-pupiled ghost skills. After deducting 500 emotional collapse points, he successfully unlocked the second skill for blood-pupiled ghost, acquiring the retaliation ability. The skill's effect. Upon activation, it can negate enemy control effects and reflect half of them back. It consumes 50 aura points and has a cooldown of 180 seconds. Linma, after reading the skill details, felt a bit disappointed. The cooldown time is a bit long. However, when he glanced at the handsome blood eye reflected in the mirror, his mood lifted. Given how overpowered the retaliation effect is, I can live with a longer cooldown. Looking at the blood pupil in his right eye change from one circle to two, Linma couldn't help but let his imagination run wild. If the number of circles in my right eye increases with my level, will my eye become a renegade at its peak? Just as he was lost in thought, a series of rapid knocks came from the door. Linma was taken aback. Who could it be? Why would anyone visit me at this time? Opening the door, the first thing he saw was a shiny bald head. There stood an old man with a goatee, appraising Linma with a sly grin. I'm Jaifeng, the principal of Ares Academy. I'm here to invite you to study at our school, he introduced. Linma was slightly surprised. Am I that famous now? The headmaster personally visiting is quite a high treatment, but I've never heard of this Ares Academy. Inviting the somewhat suspicious Jaifeng inside, Linma didn't expect his guest's next comment. Looking around the modest room, Jaifeng remarked with a grin, your living conditions seem a bit basic. Feeling a tad insulted, Linma retorted, what does that have to do with my admission? Seeing Linma's displeasure, Jaifeng hurriedly clarified, no offense meant, we can offer you a full scholarship covering both tuition and accommodation fees. It'll save you a good amount. Saying so, he produced a brochure and handed it over. Taking the brochure with a stunned expression, Linma thought, full scholarship? Is this for real? The brochure proudly stated that the academy covered an area of 16,000 hectares, making it the largest school in the province. It boasted diverse majors, healer, tank, assassin, mage, all taught by instructors with a minimum qualification of 6-tier Ghost Master. Reading this, Linma was tempted. The prestigious Ghost Master University charged an annual fee of 100,000, a burden for his farming family. A full scholarship would be a godsend. Without missing a beat, Jaifeng slapped down an application form. So, what do you say? Tempting, isn't it? I personally scouted you. If you enroll, you can choose any major you want. He eagerly produced a pen, seemingly impatient for Linma to sign the application on the spot. Just as Linma was about to sign the document, he paused. Before I do this, can you tell me the ranking of Ares Academy? We don't really focus on rankings. rankings. What matters is what our students learn. We all aim to protect the people. Young hero, you don't care about these superficial ranks, right? Lin Ma immediately felt that something was off. Is your institution one of those unofficial, unrecognized diploma mills? Shai Feng clapped his hands together, laughing nervously. No way. Aries Academy is the largest school in Jiang province. The list of our notable alumni is so long that it'd shock you. Growing more suspicious, Lin Ma challenged. Okay, name some alumni I might have heard of. Caught off guard, Shai Feng began to stammer. Well, there's Zhang, something or other, and Lu, oh dear, we have so many outstanding graduates that I can't remember them all. Just then, the sound of high heels echoed through the doorway, and a busted beauty stepped inside. Your so-called largest campus is merely because 14,000 hectares of it are barren graves, she commented, casting Shai Feng a disdainful look. Flustered, Shai Feng retorted, but our average teacher qualification is 6th-tier Ghost Master. The beautiful teacher scoffed. Are you serious? That's only because you're the only teacher in the entire school. Of course, the average is a 6th-tier Ghost Master. Lin Ma was in utter shock. He almost fell for it. A school with only the principal as its sole teacher? Ridiculous. The beautiful woman removed her glasses. Allow me to introduce myself. I'm Min, a teacher from Snow Phoenix Academy. Lin Ma quickly shook her hand. Hello, I'm Lin Ma. His eyes were then drawn to the 4 distinct patterns on Min's pale arm. Min produced another application form. Our Snow Phoenix Academy is ranked 1st in Jiang province and 10th nationwide. We'd be honored if you'd join us. Now, 2 application forms in front of him. It was evident that Snow Phoenix Academy was the legitimate choice. The old man, realizing he was about to lose a potential student, awkwardly snatched back his application form with a forced smile. He knew that once Snow Phoenix Academy extended their invitation, he had little chance. Better to withdraw and save some face. At that very moment, the phone in Min's pocket began to ring. It was a call from the head of the education department. The moment she answered, his roar echoed out. Immediately withdraw the Snow Phoenix admission offer to Lin Ma. Why? What happened? Min frowned. The official informed her that the high-ranking officers of the Safety Bureau, including Deputy Commissioner Sun, had blacklisted Lin Ma and all the universities in the province. From the corner of his eye, Lin Ma caught on to the conversation and immediately realized this must be the doing of some Lily. Infuriated, Min snapped. On what grounds are they blocking such a promising student? But the official remained unyielding. It's not your concern. Lin Ma's academic journey is over. Snow Phoenix has plenty of talents. Min could only listen to the incessant beep as the call ended, her face turning a shade of green from anger. She sighed, looking at Lin Ma. Who did you offend? With an indifferent expression, Lin Ma leaned against the table. Let's just say I made some enemies. Rubbing her temples, Min promised, I'll petition the education department. I'll do my best to get you an admission. Your potential shouldn't be wasted. She gently patted his shoulder, expressing sympathy. Given my limited influence, it might be difficult. Why can't I study on my own if I don't attend a university? Lin Ma inquired. Min ruthlessly replied, because only accredited universities possess the credentials to enter the ghost realm. Without that access, you can't enter many crucial ghost domains. Also, without the theoretical knowledge from university professors, you won't even be able to obtain a Ghost Master certificate. No Ghost Command team will want you then. She then suggested that Lin Ma apologize to those he had offended. If forgiven, the blacklist might be revoked. Lin Ma's face darkened instantly. Why should I apologize to her? Not finishing her off in the ghost realm was already a favor on my part. Just then, there was a sound of clapping from the doorway. It was Shai Feng with his distinctive goatee. He had been eavesdropping all this time. Admirable courage. I like it, he exclaimed, immediately handing over an enrollment form. Who says there's no university willing to take you? We, Aries, are. Lin Ma looked at him skeptically. Your so-called university has credentials to enter the ghost realm? Shai Feng stroked his goatee, brimming with pride. Of course. Our school is an accredited institution. We have all the necessary teaching credentials. We're recognized by the province. Lin Ma expressed his surprise. The Safety Bureau wants to blacklist me, and the Education Department doesn't even dare to resist. Yet you dare to enroll me? Shai Feng sneered confidently, running a hand through his beard. Humph, Aries stands tall and pure. Why would we side with the likes of the Safety Bureau? I don't even regard their notifications. Min smirked. You really know how to brag. Seeing an opportunity, Lin Ma immediately started to butter up Shai Feng. Principal Shai, I admire your integrity. Very commendable. The next second, Shai Feng excitedly handed over the enrollment form again. Thank you for the compliments. So, Lin Ma, shall we sign the enrollment form now? Lin Ma nodded and eagerly asked, Principal, do your previous offers about waiving the tuition fee still stand? Shai Feng rubbed his hands gleefully. Of course, no tuition or accommodation fees. Lin Ma gave him a thumbs up. All I ask is not to make me live near a graveyard. Shai Feng patted Lin Ma's back boastfully. Our dormitories, they are all tall buildings with ample space. Don't worry, let's sign the papers. Watching Lin Ma's signature on the enrollment form, Shai Feng's face was alight with excitement. Congratulations on becoming a student at Aries Academy. Deep down, Lin Ma was well aware that with the whole province refusing to admit him, if he didn't go to Aries, he had no nowhere else to turn. Immediately after, Jai Feng eagerly asked Lin Ma, "Do you have any classmates who might be interested in joining Aries? Introduce one, and you'll be rewarded with a green corpse ghost pearl." Upon hearing this, Lin Ma's eyes lit up instantly. Without hesitation, he grabbed his phone and dialed, "Black Little Fat, I've found a great university for us. Let's go together." Seeing how things had progressed, Amen felt a pang of regret, thinking, the Safety Bureau idiots have buried yet another rising star. Lin Ma then headed to the ghost marketplace to buy some essentials for the school start. As he entered the market, he heard a vendor shouting, "Fresh starving ghosts, on sale, on sale." Curious, Lin Ma approached the vendor and inquired, "Boss, what abilities do these starving ghosts possess?" The vendor explained, "First skill, Devour. They can consume ghosts up to 2 levels below themselves. Second skill, Hunger Curse. They mark enemy ghost masters and ghosts, causing them to experience negative hunger effects, kind of a minor control skill." Lin Ma pondered for a moment. He didn't have any free contract slots at the moment. Spending his points to increase the contract limit for just a common starving ghost didn't seem worth it, so he decided to pass. Noticing that Lin Ma was still around, the vendor tried to entice him with a flattery smile. "Young man, I sense a special connection between you and this starving ghost. How about a final price of 500,000? Lin Ma sneered. The market price for a starving ghost was 100,000, but this vendor had the audacity to ask for 500,000. It was clear he was trying to take advantage of a newbie student. So, Lin Ma decided to teach him a lesson. "Boss, this ghost looks pretty good. Could you offer a lower price?" Lin Ma asked. Seeing that Lin Ma seemed interested, the vendor pretended to be in pain and said, "If you really want it, I'll give you a 20% discount, 400,000. But Lin Ma, with a mischievous grin, patted the cage. "I'll buy it. But is your ghost ripe?" The nonsensical question caught the vendor off guard. "This isn't a melon." "What do you mean ripe?" Lin Ma then eerily stuck out his tongue and licked his lips. "If it's not ripe, how can I eat it?" These chilling words frightened both the vendor and the starving ghost. The vendor exclaimed, "Damn, is this guy a demon? He even eats ghosts?" A notification then sounded. "Congratulations, host has earned 20 emotional collapse points." Hearing the system notification, Lin Ma became even more emboldened. "This ghost is so skinny, hardly any meat on it. Let's weigh it to see how much it weighs. I'm afraid you might be shortchanging me. Also, if I eat this starving ghost, wouldn't I just become hungrier? Do you have a satiated ghost, the kind where you take one bite and don't feel hungry for a day?" The vendor, driven mad by Lin Ma's ridiculous demands, shouted, "Get lost. I'm not selling to you. Congratulations, host has earned 100 emotional collapse points." Having achieved his goal, Lin Ma left with a grin. On his way out, he couldn't resist taunting the vendor. "Boss, you seem a bit upset. Maybe keep some heart-saving pills on hand." Meanwhile, Sun Lily, looking very displeased, was shopping for school with her brother Sun Mao. "Cheer up," he consoled her. "Our dad has blacklisted him throughout the province. That bumpkin is surely doomed." Still, Sun Lily's face was a mask of anger. "I won't feel satisfied until I confront him face to face." Just then, they overheard some haggling. A moment later, Sun Lily exclaimed, "Bro, look, that's the wretch who bullied me." Sun Mao immediately dragged her over, vowing, "Just watch, I'll get revenge for you." Unaware of the looming confrontation, Lin Ma was still haggling with another vendor. "Boss, this ghost bead looks average, and there are cracks in it. 400,000 is too much. How about a final price of 20? The vendor stared at Lin Ma in disbelief. "Damn, are you a bandit or what? You're only offering 20 without even adding 1,000? At that moment, a hand swiftly snatched the ghost bead. "I'll buy this ghost bead at its original price." Sun Mao looked down on Lin Ma with disdain. "Poor people like you should stay at home and not tarnish the reputation of ghost masters." Lin Ma's face darkened as he glared back. "Oh, it's these arrogant jerks again, trying to mess with me? Then, let's have some fun." With a smug expression, Sun Mao pulled out a gold card and handed it to the vendor, emphasizing, "Can't let certain paupers disgrace the name of ghost master." Upon seeing the transaction, Lin Ma laughed instead of getting angry. "A ghost bead with cracks for 300,000? Even that would be too much. Only a sucker like you would buy it. It's like someone selling you as a pig and you're still helping them count the money." Hearing this, Sun Mao took a closer look. The obvious cracks on the ghost bead confirmed he had been ripped off. However, he tried to play it cool. "I've got money. If I want to buy it, I'll buy it. I happen to like the ones with cracks. What's it to you? You, a penniless mutt, can only spit sour grapes." Lin Ma responded with a sly smile. The next second, he stood up and excitedly shouted to the crowd, "Come and see. There's a sucker here willing to pay a high price for cracked ghost beads. Everyone, come over. Once you miss this chance, there won't be another." In an instant, surrounding stall owners rushed over, Sir, handsome guy, check out this heirloom cracked ghost bead from my family. Originally priced at 8,888,000, but I'll give you a deal at 8 million. How about it? Congratulations. Host has earned 10 emotional collapse points. Sun Mao, overwhelmed by the incoming vendors, quickly swallowed and withdrew his gold card. Sun Lily, sensing trouble, hurriedly grabbed her brother and tried to leave. Watching the two flee, Lin Ma touched his chin. Thinking of leaving so soon? Not so easy. He loudly pointed at them and exclaimed, "Oh my, isn't this the son and daughter of Deputy Director Sun from the Safety Bureau? Don't tell me you don't even have this much money. You wanted to buy it, so if you don't now, wouldn't that be going back on your word? We can't let you tarnish Director Sun's reputation." The shrewd vendors around immediately surrounded the two, echoing, "Exactly. The Sun family isn't short of this amount. Deputy Director Sun must be trying to prevent the market from accepting subpar products. He's selflessly buying them out of his own pocket." Now in a difficult position, the duo glared venomously at Lin Ma, wishing they could skin him alive. The crowd continued to whisper amongst themselves, "Isn't he Deputy Director Sun's son from Snow Phoenix School? Anything a genius student from Snow Phoenix says must be true, especially when it concerns the reputation of the Sun family." The next second, Sun Mao gritted his teeth and handed over his card. "Enough, I'll buy that 8 million ghost bead." The vendor quickly took out a card reader for the transaction. "Thank you, boss. The Sun family is indeed generous." Watching 8 million disappear just like that, both siblings felt as if their hearts were bleeding. If their father found out they'd spent 8 million on worthless items, he'd probably kill them. Congratulations, host has earned 200 emotional collapse points. Seeing his points increase, Lin Ma was ecstatic. "That's for showing off in front of me. I've played you good." At that moment, Sun Mao approached Lin Ma with a dark expression, whispering menacingly, "You little brat, you're asking for it, aren't you?" Sun Lily joined in, urging her brother to take Lin Ma down. Lin Ma, nonchalant, yawned. "What did you say? You want to thank me? I always like to help others. No need to thank me." Suddenly, Sun Mao, glaring at Lin Ma, bellowed, "Lin Ma, I challenge you." The crowd couldn't help but interject. Challenge? A college sophomore against a senior high school student? Isn't that blatant bullying? This young man is in trouble. Lin Ma smirked. You're a sophomore and I'm a senior high school student. A 2-year difference. Challenging me? Your skin is thicker than city walls." Seeing Lin Ma's reluctance, Sun Mao quickly brandished the recently purchased cracked ghost bead. "If you win, all these ghost beads are yours. How about it? Do you dare to accept?" Lin Ma stared at the box presented to him, momentarily taken aback. Though the quality of these ghost beads wasn't high, they were still worth over 2 million. Getting something for nothing was the best feeling. Sun Lily kept taunting, "Little runt, are you scared now? Weren't you very arrogant just now?" The next moment, Lin Ma bravely pointed to his chest. "Do I look scared? I accept your challenge." In no time, a crowd had gathered around the challenge platform. "Go for it, young man. Give Snow Phoenix a good smack. I've been irritated with them for a long time." Meanwhile, in the crowd, a girl with twin ponytails stared at Lin Ma on stage, her eyes widening. "Why is it this little runt?" She clenched her fists in excitement, thinking he might stand a chance against Sun Mao. She shouted, "Beat the guy from Snow Phoenix. Take him down." At that moment, Sun Mao smirked, starting to unwind the bandage on his left arm. "Little brat, don't blame me if you end up dead or maimed." Lin Ma just smiled back. "I'm not arrogant. If I can't win, I'll simply run away. Only an idiot would stand still and let you beat them." He then touched his arm and began summoning the chainsaw ghost. "You sure talk a lot." In an instant, amidst a dense ghostly aura, the chainsaw ghost appeared, charging straight at Sun Mao. Sun Mao, taken aback by the approaching chainsaw, thought to himself, "So he's already formed a contract with a low-level malevolent spirit?" But soon, he chuckled dismissively, "Still not as powerful as mine." With a swift motion, he drew his right hand across his left arm. The next second, 3 low-level malevolent spirits appeared: the drowned ghost, the electrocuted ghost, and the giant. Lin Ma looked at Sun Mao's contracted ghosts, his expression serious. Sun Mao does have some tricks up his sleeve, he realized. Whispers of astonishment spread among the onlookers. The giant serves as the tank, the electrocuted ghost as the mage, and the drowned ghost for control. What a perfect lineup. Many began suggesting Lin Ma should just surrender. However, the girl with the twin ponytails, chin in hand, believed Lin Ma still had a chance. The electrocuted ghost and drowned ghost are powerful, but their skills have a long cooldown. If he can catch them in that window, there's a chance to turn the tables. A middle-aged ghost master nearby, with an amused expression, teased her, "Is he your boyfriend? You seem quite biased towards him." The girl's face turned crimson. "No, don't make things up." She then pouted and muttered quietly, "I just really don't want to see someone from Snow Phoenix win." At that moment, the drowned ghost on the stage initiated its choking skill. It spewed out a massive amount of water vapor and bubbles. As the bubbles enveloped him, Lin Ma felt as though he was submerged underwater, struggling for breath. This control skill is so powerful. "I can't breathe." Sun Mao watched Lin Ma with a mocking grin. "Thought you were something, huh? But you've fallen for it so easily." This drowning control lasts for 2 minutes. Deciding he needed to break free within these 2 minutes, Lin Ma immediately pointed towards Sun Mao. In a flash, the chainsaw ghost Ghost leaped into the air, wielding its chainsaw, aiming right at Sun Mao. But Sun Mao, ever vigilant of the Chainsaw Ghost, directed the giant to block the attack. The giant opened its mouth wide, sucking in the surrounding water. Its already massive body, swollen from the water, expanded even more. The chainsaw's attack was completely deflected amid the shrill buzzing sound. Sun Mao tauntingly said, "Is that all you've got?" Disappointing. He smirked. "My attack isn't over yet. You think you're up to this?" The next moment, he ordered the electrocuted ghost to launch its skilled death current. The Chainsaw Ghost convulsed as electricity surged from its chest, traveling through the water. In an instant, Lin Ma's vision was filled with a net of electric light. Seeing the rapidly approaching electric current, Lin Ma took a deep breath and dodged, narrowly avoiding a bolt from above. However, Chainsaw Ghost wasn't as fortunate. It screamed in agony as it was electrocuted, leaving wounds all over its body. The smell of charred flesh filled the air, and its health was reduced by half. However, as Chainsaw Ghost's health decreased, its passive skill, Bloodthirsty, was triggered. Its attack power surged by several times. Amidst the excruciating pain, Chainsaw Ghost's eyes turned blood red, and it swung its chainsaw at the giant once again. This time, the massive giant couldn't withstand the blow. Its eyes bulged, and saliva spewed out. Seeing the giant's rapidly depleting health, Sun Mao was in shock. How is this possible? How can the Chainsaw Ghost be this fierce? With only a third of the giant's health left, Sun Mao began to panic. "This isn't good. I need to end this quickly and take out this brat." But at that moment, Lin Ma's senses were heightened. He was able to anticipate electrocuted ghosts' every move clearly. He effortlessly dodged the electric attacks, often narrowly evading them. Lin Ma was as agile as a butterfly, soaring amidst the relentless electric bombardment, successfully evading every blow as he headed straight for Sun Mao. Seeing Lin Ma getting closer, Sun Mao's face paled. He ordered the electrocuted ghost to direct all its electricity at Lin Ma. In an instant, electricity was everywhere, raining down like a storm on Lin Ma. However, Lin Ma had grown accustomed to the electrocuted ghost's attack pattern. The bolts of electricity could only futilely chase him, always a step behind. Lin Ma flashed a smirk, nimbly dodging and weaving through the electric net with his precise movements and predictions. The audience was no longer calm. The girl with the twin ponytails jumped up excitedly. "Amazing. He's completely showing up Sun Mao. The people of Snow Phoenix are nothing special after all." In her excitement, she didn't notice her flying twin ponytails hit the face of the man next to her. That man was the deputy director of the Education Bureau, Xing Shan. Xing Shan was also somewhat stunned. Lin Ma's movement and anticipation skills impressed him. However, he still didn't believe Lin Ma could beat Sun Mao. Watching the overly excited girl, he commented, "Don't be too happy watching Lin Ma bounce around. Once Sun Mao uses the contract ghost's combined skill, it's over for him." The girl retorted immediately, "Why are you so sure that Lin Ma will lose? Let's make a bet. A green corpse ghost pearl. Do you dare?" Xing Shan glanced at her disdainfully. "Bet with a kid like you? I won't stoop to that level." The girl with the twin ponytails raised an eyebrow and continued to mock Xing Shan. "Tisk, you're probably just scared. You dress all fancy but have such a small backbone." Xing Shan couldn't help but laugh at the comment. "You think I'm scared? Fine, little lady, I'll take your bet, but I don't want your green corpse ghost pearl. If I win, you just have to apologize. How about that?" The girl perked up at the proposal. "Apologize? That's nothing. A green corpse ghost pearl is worth 100,000. I'm gonna be rich." At that moment, Xing Shan looked at the excited girl and thought, "She looks so much like Director Gao's daughter, Gao Shishir." Just then, a gasp came from the crowd. "Look, the high schooler is fighting back." At this point, Lin Ma was rushing towards Sun Mao, fist raised. Even facing the relentless electrical bombardment from the electrocuted ghost, Lin Ma remained calm and composed. This was because his right eye's blood pupil had already calculated all the points of attack. Within a second, he was right in front of Sun Mao. Seeing Lin Ma approach, Sun Mao immediately activated the drowned ghost's skill, Waterweed Wrap. This was his trump card, a strong control ability. The drowned ghost began to secrete a sticky fluid, from which numerous water weeds rapidly grew. Sun Mao quickly commanded the water weeds to wrap around Lin Ma. Lin Ma, with a serious expression, knew that if he was caught by these weeds, he'd be powerless. Yet, he still resolutely charged at Sun Mao. Sun Mao, seeing this, laughed maliciously. "You're basically asking for it, kid. Once these weeds wrap you up, you're done. Ha ha ha." However, the next second, Sun Mao locked eyes with Lin Ma's blood-red right eye. He immediately felt a momentary dizziness, and his vision blurred. Despite feeling woozy, Sun Mao tried hard to control the water weeds to entangle Lin Ma. In a flash, Lin Ma was completely wrapped by the water weeds, unable to move. Sun Mao looked on with a mocking expression. Hee. "Run now, kid. Thought you were all that? Just mediocre after all." However, Lin Ma, trapped within the weeds, calmly responded, "Why don't you take a closer look at who's really immobile here?" Hearing this, Sun Mao was taken aback and tried to stand up, only to find that he was the one who couldn't move at all. In the next second, the scene before his eyes began to to slowly shift. Sun Mao saw Lin Ma standing perfectly fine in front of him, while he himself was tightly wrapped in the water weeds. A horrified expression crossed Sun Mao's face. Damn it, it's the blood-pupiled ghost. I've fallen for your illusion. You've manipulated the hallucination caused by the blood-pupiled ghost's backlash to distort my sense of direction. Hearing this, Lin Ma crouched down in front of him with a playful grin. You're not entirely clueless. Isn't your realization a bit too late? The audience was taken aback by this unexpected turn, and the girl with the twin ponytails started cheering for Lin Ma with excited fist pumps. Xing Shan, on the other hand, wore a somber expression, deeply focused on Lin Ma's silhouette. The conditions to release the blood-pupiled ghost's backlash skill are extremely stringent, and Lin Ma mastered it without formal training. His talent and comprehension are truly terrifying. The twin ponytails girl gloated. See, that amazing Snow Phoenix student of yours is nothing compared to him. Sun Lily, hearing this, became livid. Who said my brother would lose? This isn't over. Just you watch. The twin ponytails girl laughed mischievously, covering her mouth. He's being utterly defeated by a high schooler and you still talk big? This remark infuriated Sun Lily, prompting her to shout at Sun Mao on the stage. Brother, use your combination skill to finish him off. Sun Mao gave a bitter smile. He had initially intended to use this combined skill during the major interschool competition. He never thought he'd be forced to use it by a high school student. The realization fueled his anger even more, and a ghostly aura enveloped him. Kid, you brought this upon yourself. The next moment, he began rapidly inhaling water, and with every breath, the giant's already immensely swollen belly became even more distended, resembling a massive wall of flesh. Suddenly, with a loud bang, his stomach burst open, releasing a flood of putrid water. Lin Ma, repulsed by the nauseating stench, almost vomited. Is this your big move? A biochemical attack? But as he finished mocking, Lin Ma quickly realized something was amiss. Wait, where's the drowned ghost? The next second, the drowned ghost burst out of the water and lunged at Lin Ma, wrapping around him like an octopus. Gotcha, let's go underwater. Hee. Without missing a beat, the drowned ghost started dragging Lin Ma down towards the water depths. Lin Ma desperately slapped at the water surface, trying to break free and prevent himself from being dragged down. However, the strength of the drowned ghost was overpowering. With a splash, Lin Ma was submerged. In the following moment, the drowned ghost clung tightly to Lin Ma's back, staring at him with lifeless eyes, laughing maniacally. Die, drown. I'm so lonely. Be my companion. Choking on the foul water, Lin Ma, seeing the twisted pleasure on drowned ghost's face, couldn't help but mentally curse. This attack is so disgusting. Even in death, this ghost wants to drag others down with it. Just then, a thunderous roar echoed from the sky. Lin Ma looked up to see Sun Mao manipulating the electrocuted ghost, gathering a storm of electricity in the air. Realizing the nature of Sun Mao's combination skill, it all clicked for Lin Ma. First, by utilizing the giant's explosion to create a water field, then coordinating with the drowned ghost to immobilize the opponent, and finally striking with the electrocuted ghost's thunderbolt. Even if the thunder missed, the water's conductivity would ensure the victim would still be electrocuted. The meticulous design of this combo skill was truly brilliant. As the thunderbolt prepared to strike, Lin Ma quickly brainstormed. He only had enough spiritual energy left for two skills. Using blood prison illusion on the drowned ghost would free him, but he'd still be vulnerable to the thunderbolt. In that case, he thought, if I'm going down, I'll take you with me. With that resolve, Lin Ma pressed an M-shaped pattern on his arm. Sun Mao watched with confusion as ghostly energy emanated from Lin Ma. Why is he releasing so much ghost energy? In the next moment, the big-breasted ghost, cradling an ancient zither, appeared in the sky. Lin Ma gazed at the big-breasted ghost with a slight smile. My counterattack begins now. Sun Mao's face paled as he watched the big-breasted ghost plucking at the zither strings. Not good. How does he still have a contract ghost? But by then, Lin Ma had already launched his attack through the big-breasted ghost. The melodies transformed into sound waves, piercing into Sun Mao's body. Sun Mao howled in agony. What kind of madman is this? He has a contract ghost, but doesn't use it to save himself. Instead, he attacks me. He wants to exchange our lives. To his horror, he then saw the chainsaw ghost also lunging towards him. Terrified for his life, Sun Mao began to frantically resist. However, bound by the aquatic plants, he couldn't move at all. In his desperation, he tried to command the already weakened and shriveled giant to protect him, but the giant, severely diminished due to its ruptured belly, couldn't withstand the chainsaw ghost's attack. With one swing, the giant was reduced to flying chunks of meat before Sun Mao's eyes, and was effortlessly kicked aside by the chainsaw ghost. Cold sweat dripping from his forehead, Sun Mao watched in horror as the chainsaw ghost, with a sinister grin, murmured, "Human flesh, my favorite." Faced with the looming threat, Sun Mao panicked. While Lin Ma might be ready to die, Sun Mao certainly wasn't. Being the son of the deputy director of the Safety Bureau, he had a bright future ahead. Trading lives with Lin Ma, a nobody in his eyes, was an unjust trade. With this realization, he quickly commanded the electrocuted ghost to redirect the lightning strike. A blinding flash followed, and the lightning changed its trajectory, crashing down onto the chainsaw ghost. The chainsaw ghost ghost let out a painful scream. The electricity scorched his back, skin and flesh flying everywhere, revealing bones that turned black from the intense current. The strike that was initially aimed at Sun Mao was deflected and smashed into the ground. Gloating, Sun Mao sneered at Lin Ma, "You little brat, thinking of trading lives with me? You think you're worthy?" But just as he was savoring his perceived victory, the chainsaw ghost, who was struggling to stand after the lightning strike, let out a deafening roar. Blood surged through him, and his once crimson eyes now glowed even redder, fixated intently on Sun Mao. This was the moment Lin Ma had been waiting for. With the passive ability Bloodthirsty enhancing the chainsaw ghost's attack by tenfold, Lin Ma immediately commanded him to unleash the second skill, Chainsaw Frantic Dance. The chainsaw ghost, now in a frenzied state, revved his chainsaw to maximum power and began a wild onslaught. Chainsaws wildly swept through the air within a 10-meter radius around the chainsaw ghost, with several of them narrowly missing Sun Mao's forehead. The near-death experience had Sun Mao rolling and crawling on the ground in a desperate attempt to dodge the attacks. Just as he thought he had evaded a blow, he looked back in sheer terror. The chainsaw ghost was now swinging the chainsaw directly at his waist. In his panic, Sun Mao could only shout for the electrocuted ghost to come and protect him. The very next moment, the electrocuted ghost rushed past Sun Mao, attempting to shield him from the chainsaw ghost. However, being fragile as a glass cannon mage, the electrocuted ghost couldn't withstand the chainsaw's might and was sliced in half. Fortunately, this brief interception changed the chainsaw's trajectory just enough to shave off one of Sun Mao's ears instead of cleaving him in two. Retreating, Sun Mao clutched his bleeding ear and yelled in agony, "Ah, my ear! Lin Ma, you'll pay for this. I won't let you go." A voice echoed, "Congratulations to the host for earning 50 emotional collapse points." With pain clouding his mind, Sun Mao pondered his next move. Now, with the electrocuted ghost and the giant barely hanging on, his only reliable asset was the drowned ghost. He had no choice but to command the drowned ghost to release Lin Ma and return to protect him. Finally free from the drowned ghost's grasp, Lin Ma flexed his neck with a relieved look and took a few deep breaths. "That drowned ghost is really annoying. Almost suffocated me." The constant twists and turns of the battle had the audience below the stage completely riled up. Xing Shan, watching Lin Ma break free, couldn't help but admire. Such bravery and agility are unmatched in the entire province. Truly impressive. Sun Mao is no match for him. The twin ponytailed girl was also waving her fists excitedly. "Yes, yes. Way to go." With clenched fists, Lin Ma smirked sinisterly at Sun Mao. "You controlled me for so long. Now it's my turn to mess with you." These words sent shivers down Sun Mao's spine. "What do you want?" Lin Ma pointed his hands at Sun Mao and immediately commanded the big-breasted ghost to unleash the skill the Sanskrit sound claims life. The big-breasted ghost's fingers danced rapidly, producing eerie and sharp zither notes that surged towards Sun Mao. Struck as if by lightning, Sun Mao and his few remaining contract ghosts, despite covering their ears, couldn't block out the piercing melodies and were left howling in agony. At that moment, Sun Mao's eyes, bloodshot with fury and unwillingness, blazed. "How can I lose to this nobody?" he roared. "I haven't lost yet. Counterattack now." He immediately commanded 3 fierce ghosts to charge forward. However, in the next moment, both the giant and the electrocuted ghost, who were already at a sliver of health, vanished. It turned out that the insta-kill effect of the Sanskrit sound claims life had been triggered. Sun Mao let out a heart-wrenching scream. This wasn't just because the annihilation of contract ghosts has a massive backlash on the Ghost Master, but also because he had invested so much effort and care into these 2 ghosts. The combined physical pain from the backlash and his emotional breakdown had Sun Mao spitting blood and collapsing unconscious. A voice echoed, "Congratulations to the host for earning 200 emotional collapse points." Lin Ma calmly looked at the fainted Sun Mao. When a contract ghost is annihilated, it backlashes against the Ghost Master, dealing significant damage. Sun Mao has only reaped what he sowed. At this moment, the referee, seeing the situation, declared amidst the cheering crowd, "The match is over. The winner is Lin Ma." With a sly grin, Lin Ma walked straight to Sun Lily and stretched out his hand. "Hand over my ghost bead now." Sun Lily, fuming with anger, took out the box of ghost beads and slapped it into Lin Ma's hand. "Lin Ma, you'll regret this. Let's see how long your arrogance lasts." With the ghost bead in his possession, Lin Ma casually waved at her and turned to leave. "These siblings are like my cash cows, not just giving me money, but also points. What a win. I need to head back and absorb these quickly." Xing Shan, with a gloomy expression, glanced disdainfully at the unconscious Sun Mao on the stage. Snow Phoenix's so-called genius can't even beat a high school student. How embarrassing. I wonder what Gao Longshan and Sun Deli were thinking. They sealed away such a good talent. A bunch of blockheads. Just then, the twin ponytails girl tilted her head, her face brimming with excitement as she looked at Xing Shan. "Hey, uncle, I won. You have to keep your end of the bet now." Without hesitation, Xing Shan pulled out a green corpse ghost pearl and handed it to her. The twin ponytails girl, elated, kissed the ghost bead. "Hee hee, I just made an easy 100,000. Uncle, you're such a good person." However, as she happily prepared to leave, she happened to pass by by Sun Lily. Accidentally, she overheard Sun Lily, with a gloomy face, whispering to Yellow Hair, "Kill him, make it clean." The girl's face paled instantly. This is bad. They want revenge. Watching them hastily follow Linma, she grew anxious. Linma's spiritual energy is drained, and his contract ghosts are severely injured. He's no match for them. Staring at Linma's retreating figure, she gritted her teeth and followed him. After all, he helped me get a bit of revenge. I can't just stand by. Meanwhile, Linma was blissfully unaware of the looming danger, planning to reward a few of his contract ghosts. Chainsaw Ghost, I'll treat you to some meat today. Looking at the meat in the bag, Chainsaw Ghost was drooling so much he could barely walk. Linma then handed Big-Breasted Ghost an oversized bra. Wear this, and you won't get tired while walking. Infuriated, Big-Breasted Ghost shouted, "Go away." Having rewarded Chainsaw Ghost and Big-Breasted Ghost, Blood-Pupiled Ghost felt left out. What's going on? Why do they get something, and I don't? Linma, with a mischievous grin, pointed to a bag. Don't worry, I got you the best eye drops. Mentholated ointment. Blood-Pupiled Ghost was immediately suspicious. Wait, isn't it supposed to be eye drops? What's mentholated ointment? Linma feigned confusion. Isn't mentholated ointment eye drops? Remember, you even used super glue before. A voice echoed. Congratulations to the host for earning 40 emotional collapse points. Blood-Pupiled Ghost exploded with anger. Are you trying to mess with me again? Blood-Pupiled Ghost's loyalty decreased by 5%, remaining at 15%. Linma was taken aback and quickly tried to appease the Blood-Pupiled Ghost. Bro Ghost, don't be mad. It was just a joke. See, there's no mentholated ointment in the bag. All eye drops. Only then did the Sundara Blood-Pupiled Ghost forgive Linma, and his loyalty went back up. As Linma walked cheerfully into an alley, humming a tune, Blood-Pupiled Ghost suddenly warned him, "Be careful, there's something nasty following you." Linma, a little dismissive, replied, "Bro Ghost, you're amazing. How can you sense what's behind you while looking forward?" Blood-Pupiled Ghost glanced at him disdainfully. "I'm over 200 years old. I'm still very sensitive to the presence of danger." He then added worriedly, "What should we do now? Your spiritual energy is drained, and Chainsaw Ghost is weak. This isn't good." Linma sighed. "We'll have to handle whatever comes our way." Suddenly, a shadow on the ground rapidly approached him. Blood-Pupiled Ghost immediately shouted, "Watch out, it's the corrosive ghost slime." Fortunately, Linma was prepared. He quickly dived forward and rolled to evade the threat. When he looked back, he saw a patch of purple liquid on the ground, emitting white smoke and corroding even small stones. Linma took a sharp breath, realizing how dangerous it would have been if that substance had landed on him. The next second, he saw a yellow-haired man smoking a cigarette walking out. Beside him stood a ghost covered in pustules and sores. The man smirked. "Nice moves. No wonder Bro Sun lost to you." Meanwhile, another yellow-haired man with sunglasses landed on the eaves to the right. A bat-like ghost clung to him. "Enough talk. Just finish him off and avenge Bro Sun." Blood-Pupiled Ghost anxiously warned Linma, "Watch out for the vampire. This is getting tricky." Linma gestured for everyone to retreat, but a thud sounded behind him. A burly man wearing flip-flops stood, holding a coffin with one hand, blocking their way. "No way out for you, kid," he warned. With a serious look, Linma asked Blood-Pupiled Ghost, "Bro Ghost, can you take him? You're our best chance now." Blood-Pupiled Ghost looked dejected. "I'm currently at a malevolent spirit level with only 2 abilities. If I reached the wicked spirit level and activated my ultimate move, I'd totally stand a chance. But now, I suggest we surrender." Big-Breasted Ghost quickly raised a white flag in agreement. "Same thought here." Only Chainsaw Ghost roared defiantly, "No, I still have 10 drops of blood. I can still fight." Linma smirked. "You're really reckless." But with attackers from all directions and a flying vampire above, and his energy drained, surrendering seemed the only option. The yellow-haired man smoking sneered, "You're Linma. Ha! How dare a worthless mutt like you mess with Snow Phoenix's prodigy?" Seeing that he was trapped, Linma tried to buy time, forcing a smile. "May I ask if you gentlemen are here to rob me?" The smoking young man flicked his cigarette away. "Do we look like we need money?" Linma then pretended to be coy. "If you're not after money, then you must be after my looks. But there are too many of you. I'm not sure I can handle it." "Congratulations, host. You've gained 30 emotional collapse points." The young man on the eaves nearly choked, exclaiming, "What the hell? You're so gross." Both the smoking youth and the one in flip-flops turned green, clearly disgusted by Linma's comment. Infuriated, they lunged at him, "You nauseating prick. In your next life, remember not to mess with those you shouldn't." Linma gritted his teeth, looking exasperated. Damn, was it really necessary to get physical just because I teased a bit? He realized it was too late to dodge and prepared to summon Chainsaw Ghost for protection. Just then, a shadow whizzed overhead, and 3 tear gas canisters were thrown into the alley. Within seconds, the narrow space filled with thick smoke and a pungent odor. The three assailants were caught off guard, tears streaming down their faces as they coughed. What the hell is this? Who threw that? Blinded by the smoke and unable to locate Lin Ma, the attackers were left in confusion. Seizing this opportunity, Lin Ma quickly pulled out the bra he had bought for big-breasted Ghost and put it over his mouth as a makeshift mask. Suddenly, a rope dropped down in front of him, and a voice shouted for him to grab on. Without hesitation, Lin Ma grasped the rope. Who the hell is this now? No time to wonder. Life's at stake. The shadow above began to ascend, pulling Lin Ma out of the tear gas-filled area. Looking up, Lin Ma was stunned. Weren't you the one who robbed me yesterday? The twin ponytailed girl smiled brightly, extending her hand. Less talking, more climbing. She pulled Lin Ma up to safety. From below, the smoking yellow-haired man noticed Lin Ma's escape and shouted, "Hey, third one, the kid's up in the sky. Go after him." The man with sunglasses quickly climbed onto the back of the vampire and took off, pursuing Lin Ma. "Don't worry, they won't get far," he assured. At this moment, the man with sunglasses was quite smug, thinking your nightmare ghost can match the speed of my vampire? Soon, you'll experience a real air disaster. Lin Ma, glancing back and noticing the vampire closing in, became increasingly anxious. He's too fast. We can't outrun him. What do we do? Should I summon a ghost to fight him? The girl chuckled softly and began rummaging in her pocket. Hold on tight and trust me. Let me show you my secret weapon. She then pressed down on a spray can with a chili pepper logo. Instantly, a cloud of chili spray surrounded the sunglasses-wearing man and his vampire. The yellow-haired man screamed, "This is against the martial code." Meanwhile, the vampire, its eyes filled with the burning chili spray, screeched in pain. Unable to see or navigate, the vampire flapped its wings erratically before plummeting down. A loud crash followed as two large holes appeared in the roof of a building below. Having successfully shaken off their pursuers, Lin Ma and the girl flew away on the nightmare ghost. As they soared, the girl burst into giggles. "So, it's Lin Ma, the little flirt. Clinging onto my waist like that tickles." Lin Ma, embarrassed, quickly let go and scratched his head, asking, "We just fought last night. Why are you saving me today?" Without turning her head, she replied, "I have a score to settle with Snow Phoenix. I can't stand by while their minions run amok." Lin Ma murmured, "Oh, I thought." She cut him off with a mocking tone. "What did you think? That I was smitten by your charms? Dream on." With its Sundra expression, she led Lin Ma to an abandoned bridge tunnel. Lin Ma stared in astonishment at the furniture arranged inside the tunnel. "You don't actually live here, do you?" The girl had already comfortably settled into a hammock, swinging her legs proudly. "This is just one of my hideouts. I have many places like this, all for when I'm being chased." Now it made sense to Lin Ma. "No wonder you carry tear gas and chili spray. You're an escape artist." He then curiously inquired, "I owe you my life, but I don't even know your name." She laughed heartily. "My name is Ran." Upon hearing her name, Lin Ma's eyebrows raised in surprise. "What a coincidence. My mother's surname is An too." He was astonished because the surname An was rare, and Ran was the second person he'd met with that surname, aside from his mother. And Ran's eyes sparkled with intrigue, but her expression soon turned melancholic. "I inherited the surname from my mother. She's been in the hospital for a long time because of a severe illness." Lin Ma felt sympathy for the girl. She appeared to be about the age of a younger sister, but she lacked the carefree nature typical of girls her age. It was clear why. Gently patting her shoulder, he asked, "Did you become a bandit to raise money for your mother's treatment? Is this also why you despise Snow Phoenix and the Safety Bureau?" To Lin Ma's surprise, and Rand suddenly stood up, her voice filled with rage. "That's not the main reason at all." Her face was contorted with anger, her teeth clenched. "I despise Gao Longshan. I want to flay him alive." Lin Ma was taken aback by her intensity. "Gao Longshan? Isn't he the chief of the Safety Bureau? What did he do to you?" And Rand, with a somber expression, confided in Lin Ma, "Gao Longshan approached my mother years ago to extract information from her. He sweet-talked her with promises and oaths, but after he achieved what he wanted, he discarded both of us. The scoundrel not only harmed my mother, but also took away my life-granted ghost and gave it to his daughter." Her fists clenched, trying to suppress the rage boiling within. "Gao Shishir's pride and joy, the ghost doll, originally belonged to me." It suddenly dawned on Lin Ma. Damn, that's why she looks so similar to Gao Shishir. They're half-sisters. Lin Ma's anger flared up. Gao Longshan is such a despicable man. Extracting the life-granted ghost from his own daughter, that pain is even worse than being skinned alive. And that Gao Shishir, showing off in public, but hiding such dark secrets. I can't believe she still has the nerve to appear on television regularly. And Ran, tears streaming down her face, added, "It's one thing to harm me, but he even hurt my mother." Filled with righteous indignation, Lin Ma gripped in Ran's shoulders. "Damn those bastards. Gao Longshan, having me blacklisted throughout the province, is also my enemy. Considering you saved my life, I promise you, I'll help you get your revenge. We'll bring down the Gao family." And Ran stared, somewhat dazed, at Lin Ma, who was animatedly shaking his fist. Despite the gravity of the situation, his comical fervor warmed her heart.